Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. And what better muse for Shakespeare in the 21st century than technology? With the guy's proclivity for absurd slang and sex jokes, he'd love the internet. And screen streaming media to people of all classes across the globe, it's totally up his alley. So when I started my fellowship at the Jones Media Center, a part of Dartmouth College, and I saw the Innovation Studio, a versatile digital production space, I saw more than a place for multimedia presentations or film shoots. I saw a stage. More specifically, I saw a stage for my student theater group, the Dartmouth Rude Mechanicals, the best Shakespeare group on campus. Also the only one, but that's not the point. With 8 screens, a basic lighting grid, and even a pair of risers, the Innovation Studio was unlike any other space the group had worked in. Actors could directly interact with projection, and there were even available inputs from multiple sources. Plus, I got to wed media and Shakespeare. I presented the lesser-known work of Love's Labour's Lost, a comedy that focuses on wordplay over plot that was honestly pretty dated even the first time it was shown. The challenge was to create a show that was both understandable and relatable, despite the antiquated text. Also to incorporate a shortly tethered lectern as a set piece. The show opens with a king and 3 of his men who decide to go on an education journey, foregoing the pleasures of food, sleep, and women for a period of 3 years. Referring to the academic theme, we start our presentation with a PowerPoint. Try to contain your excitement. Let fame that all hunt after in their lives live registered upon our brazen tombs and then grace us in the disgrace of death, when, spite of cormorant devouring time, the endeavor of this present breath may buy us the honor that shall bait his scythe's keen edge and make us heirs to all eternity. So as you can see, this condenses the content in a visual way, and it also adds to the characterization of the speaker. You can probably guess which one of these 2 main characters presented it. It's the one on your right. So since we have this lectern as a diegetic set piece, the actors can directly interact with media. When 4 ladies come to court, they are able to participate in a modern-day practice both near and very dear to my own heart. You ready for this? Ready? It's Facebook stalking. This serves 2 purposes. It shows the cultural similarities between modern day and Elizabethan times, and it also visually reinforces the differentiation between the 4 male characters. Lord Longville is one. Nothing becomes him ill that he would well. The only soil of his fair virtue's gloss is too sharp a wit matched with too blunt a will, whose edge hath power to cut, whose will still wills that none should spare that come within his power. Let's see. The young Dumaine, a well-accomplished youth, for all his virtue loved, for virtues loved, most power to do harm, least knowing ill, for he hath wit to make an ill shape good, and shape to win grace, though he had no wit. Another of these students at that time was there with him. If I have heard a truth, Barone they call him, but a merrier man within the limit of becoming mirth, I never spent an hour's talk with all. Okay, so both of these examples have the media kind of reflecting what the speaker is saying, but it can also be used to completely replace it. There's a character that has a 30-plus line monologue that basically just says the king and his men were acting like fools. So instead, we show a stealthily captured iPhone video by the character, and the character can go on to explain that the king and his men are going to give up their vows and go woo the ladies. We still get all of the foolishness by the king and his men, but we move the plot forward. We follow every middle school teacher's advice. Show and don't tell. Working with technology like this has shown me one thing above all else, and that is things really only work when they work. For example, you can plan to be interrupted by something that's supposed to have sound. Next thing you know, one of your actors is ad-libbing a line saying, oh yeah, I went to a lip reading class once. Those existed in Elizabethan England, yes, absolutely. There's only really, so much troubleshooting that you can, wait, no, wait.
Hey, Lizzie, how you doing? How are you?
No, what are you doing? I didn't hit accept call or anything.
You couldn't do Love's Labour's Lost alone.
Yeah, so we're here to do the show.
No, I'm not doing Love's Labour's Lost. I'm presenting on it. It's different.
Oh, but that sounds really boring. Really lame.
No, guys, they can watch it on YouTube if they want.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to seeing like Ferdinand live.
Yeah, okay.
See, like Moth Live, and
Yeah.
I'm funny, very funny.
Well, funny's a stretch.
All right, Just go ahead and get people.
Yeah.
No,
Place
no,
it.
that's it.
All right.
No, stop. Guys, it's over. It's over. So,
Let all men hunt after in their lives.
thank you.